University of British Columbia was a university founded in 1908. It has the motto Tum Est, which in English is "It's up to you, it is yours." The university is known in Vancouver as UBC Point Grey, UBC Robson Square, UBC VGH Medical Campus, UBC, and UBC Great Northern Way, and in Kelowna as UBC Okanagan. In Vancouver, it has a total of 5,003 academic staff, and in the Okanagan, it has a total of 471 academic staff. In Vancouver, it has a total of 9,550 administrative staff and a total of 636 administrative staff in the Okanagan. And it has a total of 64,900 students, with both total of the students in both campuses, Okanagan and Vancouver. In Vancouver, it has a total of 44,378 undergraduates and a total of 8,264 undergraduates in the Okanagan. And it has a total of 9,941 postgraduates in Vancouver and a total of 856 postgraduates in the Okanagan. And to this day, the university is still very alive and healthy and still very popular. How did it become so popular? Well, let's find out. Foundation and early year. Before we begin, let's head into the act to establish and incorporate a university for the province of British Columbia, which are Acts of 1908, Chapter 53. The university shall provide for such instruction in all branches of liberal education as may enable students to become proficient in science, commerce, arts, literature, law, medicine, and all other branches of knowledge. In 1877, 6 years after British Columbia joined Canada, the Superintendent of Education, John Jessop, submitted a proposal for the formation of a provincial university. The provincial legislature passed an act respecting the University of British Columbia in 1890, but disagreements arose over whether to build the university on Vancouver Island or the mainland. The British Columbia University Act of 1908 formally called a provincial university into being, although its location was not specified. The governance was modeled on the Provincial Government of Toronto Act of 1906, which created a bicameral system of university government consisting of a Senate faculty responsible for academic policy and a board of governors, citizens, exercising exclusive control over financial policy and having a formal authority in all other matters. The president appointed the board was to provide a link between the two bodies and to perform an institutional leadership.
The purest water.
The act constituted
abundance.
A 21-member Senate with Francis Carter Cotton of Vancouver as Chancellor. Before the University Act, there had been several attempts at creating a degree-granting university with help from the universities of Toronto and McGill. Columbian College in New Westminster, through its affiliation with Victoria College of the University of Toronto, began to offer university-level credit at the turn of the century, but McGill came to dominate higher education in the early 1900s, building on a successful affiliation between Vancouver and Victoria High Schools with McGill University. Henry Marshall Torrey helped establish the McGill University College of British Columbia. From 1906 to 1915, McGill, BC as it was called, operated as a private institution, providing the first few years toward a degree at McGill University or elsewhere. The Henry Marshall Torrey Medal was established in 1941 by Tony Founding, president of the University of Alberta and of the National Research Council of Canada, and a co-founder of Carleton University. In the meantime, appeals were made to the government to revive the earlier legislation for a provincial institution, leading to the University Endowment Act in 1907 and the University Act in 1908. In 1910, the Point Grey site was chosen, and the government appointed Dr. Frank Fairchild Westbrook as president in 1913, and Leonardo Clinic as Dean of Agriculture in 1914. A declining economy and the outbreak of war in August 1914 compelled the university to postpone plans for building at Point Grey, and instead, the former McGill University College site at Fairview became home to the university until 1925. On the first day of lectures was September 30th, 1915. The new independent university absorbed McGill University College. The University of British Columbia awarded its first degrees in 1916, and Clinic became the second president in 1919, serving until 1940. Moved to Point Grey. World War I dominated campus life, and the student body was disseminated by enlistments for active service, with 300 UBC students in Company D alone. By the war's end, 697 members of the university had enlisted. 109 students graduated in the 3 wartime congregations, all but one in the Faculty of Arts and Science. By 1920, the university had only 3 faculties: Arts, Applied Science, and Agriculture, with departments of Agronomy, Animal Husbandry, Dairying, Horticulture, and Poultry. It only awarded degrees of Bachelor of Arts, BA, Bachelor of Applied Science, BASC, and Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, BSA. There were 576 male students and 386 female students in the 1920-21 winter session, but only 64 academic staff, including 6 women. In the early part of the 20th century, professional education expanded beyond the traditional fields of theology, law, and medicine. Although UBC did not offer degrees in these fields, it began to offer degrees in new professional areas such as engineering, agriculture, nursing, and school teaching. It also introduced graduate training based on the German-inspired American model of specialized coursework and the completion of a research thesis, with students completing MA degrees in natural sciences, social sciences, and humanities. In 1922, the 1,200-strong student body embarked on a Build the University campaign. Students marched through the streets of Vancouver to draw attention to their plight, enlisted popular support to embrace the government. 56,000 signatures were presented at legislature in support of the campaign, which was ultimately successful. On September 22, 1925, lectures began at the new Point Grey campus. Except for the library science of powerhouse buildings, all the campus buildings were temporary constructions. Students built 2 playing fields, but the university had no dormitories and no social center. Still, the university continued to grow steadily. Soon, however, the effects of the Depression began to be felt. The provincial government upon which university depended heavily cut the annual grant severely. In 1932 to 33, salaries were cut up to 23%. Posts remained vacant, and few faculty lost their jobs. Most graduate courses were dropped.
Just ask our latest visitors.
In 1935, the university established the Department of Extension.
British